how do we create a timeless office that is beyond the trends? I have a two-step process that can help you in deciding how to create a timeless space. And of course, this can also go beyond an office, but I just want to show you an office because that is what I'm really excited about today. And of course, our example, as you probably have seen from the thumbnail of this video, is the office that we have in the movie of Devil Wears Prada. And of course, it is Miranda Priestly's office. And what makes this office timeless? We're going to go through that, and the first of those, of course, is the monochromatic and neutral color scheme that we can see here. It is black and white. I want you, since this is a fashion movie, and also because I am a lover of fashion, we just want to imagine this as the little black dress, right? A monochromatic color scheme or a neutral color scheme will last the test of time. It will last beyond the trends. So that is what makes this office quite simple, but also timeless. And of course, you might also be saying to yourself, like, well, I want something that is more modern, more chic, more with the times. And you're more than right to choose that if you want to. But I just want to show you that something as simple and as classic as a monochromatic black and white, or any other kind of monochromatic scheme that you can find with neutral colors, right, creates a timeless space that works like the little black dress. And even if this movie, for example, is all about fashion and has all the biggest designers, you know, like the Dolce & Gabbanas and everybody, and the fashion that is like embodied by the actors, right, is really top level. The office, Miranda Priestly's office, is designed in a timeless way, like the little black dress. So this is an example that I can show you that choosing a monochromatic color scheme is not out of a fashion. It is very much in trend, and it is timeless, and value it like the little black dress. So I have also here for you, like, you might be like, oh, I want to go into like something that is trending. And what is trending right now is, of course, the panels and this really warm kind of wooden colors, and this paneling. You've probably seen it everywhere. Most content creators or interior spaces, offices, it is what is in right now. Also with that kind of boucle, white, contemporary kind of sofas. I love this, and you can see that I love this too, and it is trendy, and you can enjoy it. Enjoy the trends today, but also have in mind with you, what am I optimizing myself for? Am I optimizing myself to be in trend and to be of today, or am I optimizing myself for something that will age really, really well and be with me in the next 4 and 5 years and even longer with good maintenance, right? So if you're deciding to optimize yourself for timelessness and not just the trends, then let's go back to Miranda Priestly's office. So here we also see that beyond the color scheme, the next thing, the second way you can create a timeless office beyond a monochromatic color scheme is by the furniture pieces that you're using. So I want you to think of clean lines and symmetrical pieces, something quite simple, something quite classic. Again, going back into that example of the little black dress, it's usually just well tailored to your body, and it just fits, right? There isn't so much embellishment and so much decor that can make it more like something of this date and this trend or this time. It's more just simplicity and classicness, right? And if you're someone who loves to invest in your furniture and invest in your interiors, right, then beyond the little black dress, you can also see it as investing in a designer bag that maybe you might go, for example, like consider it such as a black classic Chanel flat bag, right? It is very classic, and you know it's something you will pass down to your children. depending on of course how you care for it. But they're sort of like vintage pieces that are never going to go out of style. So the same way the furniture pieces you're choosing, you want to be picking things with clean lines, well tailored, and good symmetry, nice fabrics. For example, I have this little fabric sample here, which is a nice leather that is nice and well monochromatic and can go really, really well with this kind of vibe. And then make sure you're choosing nice clean shapes, and as well as neutral color palettes as well. For example, you could go for this for the floor or any other pieces, and then you have this nice beautiful leather, and all of a black leather, for example. I mean, it doesn't have to be leather, it can be another fabric, but choosing that monochromatic color scheme with durable materials that are going to last the test of time. And that way you don't have to redesign your office 5 years from now, because let me tell you something, this other office here where I'm that will have to be redesigned in 10 years time, because that will be so, you know, out of style in 10 years time, while it's something like the little black dress will not. And embrace trends like with consciously, right? So you know that you're investing in something that is trendy and you will probably have to change it in the next 2 to 3 years. That's a decision that you can make, or you can also make a decision to invest in something that is more timeless. And of course, let me just remind you again that this office was designed in 2006 and we're now in 2026, right? That's 20 years later. And the next movie, if you've seen the trailers, the office looks about the same. So debate me here. Timelessness is timelessness, and these are of course the leaders of trends and fashion, and we can see that that office design is still coming back in the next movie 20 years later, right? So with investment in good fabrics, good materials, good lines, and that monochromatic color scheme or a neutral color scheme, you can have yourself a timeless office that will last the test of time beyond the trends. Even if I do myself really do love this current trend right now, I cannot imagine that in 20 years time that this would still be the office that I would be in. But yes, with that, I wish you a lot of luck creating your spaces, and I hope that has given you a lot of food for thought when it comes to designing your interiors and your offices for long-term use. Also, more importantly, because offices are commercial, and well, we might not want to change them every single day. And of course, use those concepts with living rooms, bedrooms, and everything else if you do so wish. But you could also go and have fun with the trends. But I just wanted to show you that little example. And with that, my darling, I shall see you in my next video. I hope that you have enjoyed this one. And do check out the links below for any other resources that you might have. For example, my signature color palette scheme. If you ever get confused about what colors do you have in your space, or what paint to use, or which furniture to get in terms of colors, then that can be a really huge help. And I shall see you in my next video. Bye for now.